Please, a big warm welcome for Mr. PRS, Paul Smith.
So, how many people here do not play guitar? So you are here to support your guitar addict, is that correct? Is that right? Is that right? You don't play guitar. You don't play guitar, okay. Let me explain to you why you are here, okay? This is sophisticated heroin. Let me explain. It's opium. Let me explain why. You sit on your couch. You call it a couch here? Yeah. Okay. You sit on the couch, you play guitar, you're in no pain. True?
True.
Right.
True.
When you get up, there's no hangover.
Mm-hmm.
So the guitars are partially art, and you can see that, right? And they're a tool to make music on, but there's something wonderful about owning a wonderful guitar that when you play it, you feel better. And I want you to know that that's why you are here, because who's your addict? You're the addict, okay. Your guitar, how many guitars do you own?
8.
8. You want a 9th, right?
Well,
I can help you with this today.
With me today.
I can, and she is going to have to support you.
You have to sign.
Do you know how many times I hear I can't buy the guitar because my wife won't let me? And I put her on the phone, let's go, let's talk to her, right? So that's why, that's what it is. It's about that it's an art form. It is a way of producing a sound. It's a way of many things. And in the end, you want the guitar to be like an old t-shirt. You put the t-shirt on and you don't even feel it. It's easy, right? And you know, you do this every day, right? So is that correct? Sophisticated heroin?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, okay. So, I just wanted to explain to the people that don't play guitar, that's why you are here, okay? Hopefully you will enjoy this. So it's a pleasure to be here. They asked me to explain the theories of how we make guitars. And so I thought I would talk about a minute about that, and then we would immediately start with questions, because I want this to be interactive. I do not want for me to talk and you to sit there and look. I want us to have a discussion. I would rather have an argument than for me to just talk. I like arguments because in the end the truth comes out. Right? Is it true, right? Okay. Especially with my wife. All right, so
What about your wife? How do you explain it to her?
how do I explain what to her? There's lots of things I have to explain to my wife. Explain, what do you mean? Say this again. See, it already started, see?
That you need a new guitar, for example.
Tell her you need a new guitar.
Yeah, okay.
And then she says what? Why?
Why?
You know, because it makes me feel better.
Yeah, okay.
And when I feel better, you feel better. When she feels better, do you feel better? There's a saying in America, happy wife, happy life. It's true, right? Happy husband, happy wife. Yeah. Look, you have to work that out for yourself. I can't, is she here? No, the chair is empty, right? You want to put her on my cell phone? I'll call her right now. Oh, you think I'm kidding? I love calling wives at home. There is a YouTube video of me calling a wife at the Experience. How many people have seen this video? Yeah, it's funny, right? We brought her to the Experience this year, and she sat here, and her daughter sat here, and her husband was here. We put him in a straitjacket. Do you know what a straitjacket is? We put him in a straitjacket and gave her the guitar he wanted. Oh, what fun! Because it was a prototype. It was a private stock prototype that we only make for artists, and we would never sell. He could never buy this. I don't care how much money he had, we could never buy it. We gave it to her, but she had to promise she would not give it to him, and she would not let him play it. Awesome, great moment. That was a great moment. The women were going nuts. They were screaming. It was great. All right, so let me go through the number one theory about guitars. I'll start with the number one theory about guitars that I've discovered. And it's a little complicated, but I'll try to explain it. There is no such thing as, in America, what's called a perpetual motion machine, something that moves with no energy input. There's no such thing. You cannot have something move without energy input, okay? So on a guitar, the energy input is the string vibrating. Right? That's the energy it produces. If you put that string on 20 guitars, it will sound 20 different ways, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So, same string, 20 guitars, 20 different ways. Therefore, everything that's happening on the guitar is subtractive. You are listening to different kinds of subtraction because there is no electricity. It's the energy is coming from the string. So the string is trying to do its job. So if you have a guitar that's very trebly, when you play it acoustically, it's because the bass and the mid-range are being subtracted. If you have a guitar that's very bassy and has no high end, it's because the high end is being subtracted. All guitars are subtractive. Does that make sense? Okay. So, everything has to be right. All right. And so that would be the first point. The second point is if we're making musical instruments, any guitar in this room we should be able to plug in and have sound good. Right out of the box. That's the second theory. Right out of the box it should make music, correct? All right, so who else doesn't play guitar? Do you play guitar? Pick any guitar in the room and bring it to me. So play it clean and can you tune it up? So if we've done our job, here read the question, Bert. If we've done our job, could you play this guitar at a gig or a session without doing anything? No repairman, nothing. And you need to be honest. If you think I could not play it, you have to tell them the truth. It's okay to say bullshit in this country? Their bullshit detector is very highly tuned. They know the truth, right? If you lie, they'll know. They'll all go, okay. Right? If I lie, you will know.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you tell the audience the truth, they go, mm-hmm. If you tell them a lie, they go, nah. Is that good clean sheet? Clean it up a little bit. Okay. Try again. Guitar on a session right now?
Yeah, why not?
Why not? Because if it sucked, you wouldn't do it, right? Yeah, but can you imagine the first time to do this test was scary, right? But when I did it the first time, I wasn't winning over the crowd, and I needed to show them something that they wouldn't believe, right? But we've not met, right? Never met. Yeah, I didn't tell you which guitar to pick. I didn't work on it for you. Okay, never mind. All right.
Okay.
All right, try again. So it has a different kind of bass and a different kind of high end. Do you hear that?
It's great.
Yeah. That sounds musical, right? That sounds musical. That's a Robin Ford lick.
I don't know.
You don't know. No. We have a very famous guitar player in America who plays that lick. It was absolutely. Is this going on YouTube? No. You can't put that on YouTube. I said something about and you were going to erase that. Seriously, you have. Will you edit it? You swear you'll edit it?
Sure.
You edit the part out. Okay, good. Hi, Henry.